You lost on another one on Proposition 8. It was not your idea, but you support same-sex marriage. And the proposition banning same-sex marriage passed. Many would look at California, which is viewed as this progressive, open-minded state, and say, why? What happened?
You know, I think that the people of California just, again, have spoken on this issue, and they went against it, just like they did in the year 2000 when they voted against it on Proposition 22. And here they had a chance again, and, you know, they had a very, very strong campaign at the pro-Proposition 8 people. And I think that the people that tried to defeat it did not have maybe as good a campaign or had as much money behind it, whatever. I think it is unfortunate, obviously, but it's not the end, because I think this will go back into the courts. This will go back to the Supreme Court in order, because the Supreme Court very clearly in California has declared this unconstitutional. It's the same as in the 1948 case when blacks and whites were not allowed to marry. This falls into the same category. So I think that we will again, you know, maybe undo that if the court is willing to do that, and then move forward from there and again lead in that area.
As a governor, from a policy perspective, are those couples who were married, same-sex couples who are already married in California, are they in jeopardy in any way?
No, not at all. No, it is just from now on. You know, there is no marriage between a man and a woman until, again, like I said, the Supreme Court turns it over or does something about that.
Is it a generational challenge in your view that maybe 5 or 10 or 20 years from now would be an easier issue?
Well, it's not just it's an easier or harder. It's just a cultural issue also, because as you could see, because of the big turnout amongst African Americans and Latinos, that had an effect also which they did not expect. So there's all kinds of other things. Then I think the religious groups have done a really, big campaign. A lot of them, to support Proposition 8 and so on. And so it's a very, very difficult thing. And it's when I was campaigning for Proposition 11. A lot of times the press came to me and they said, "Governor, why are you doing that? It has failed 5 times before. Why a 6th time?" And I said, look, I learned my messages from lifting weights. Sometimes I tried to lift the weight 10 times and I failed. But the 11th time I lifted it. I said, so I learned that you should never, ever give up. And I think it's the same with this issue with Proposition 11. They should never give up. They should be on it and on it until they get it done.
You are a